So you know, that was easy for me to say, right? So do you know where you can find the best pizza in the Valley? Well, according to the Food Network, it's called the Parlor. And they are right here in Phoenix, which is locally owned and operated. And if you know me, that's a huge deal. So we are joined right now by Executive Chef Jared Porter, who is going to be showing us what else they do besides the pizza, but we're going to take a look at some of the pizza as well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having us.
I am learning so much just in the couple of minutes before we started the show. So let's get in there and tell me what you guys are going to make first.
Okay, first dish we're going to do is a signature dish that we have on the menu. Is called Bolognese, is the sauce. It's a sauce from Bologna. Okay. It's a meat sauce. And there's a lot of different ways to do it, but our train of thought, or our school of thought behind it is to have it be a meat sauce and not so much tomato driven like some people make it. So,
okay, so
it's a meat sauce. It's the main thing. Yeah, right. So what you started to do earlier was basically render off some pancetta, and you kind of want to get that pork fat going in there, so it gives it a lot of flavor. This is just a little bit of olive oil in there, and then pancetta you can use.
We didn't put a lot in there.
No, because there's a ton of fat already in that pancetta or prosciutto or bacon or whatever you want to use.
Okay.
So there's already fat in there. So from that point, once that gets, you'll let this get really crispy. If you're making it at home, you let all that pancetta or prosciutto, whatever you use, get really crispy, and then you're going to add your mix of meats. You can do this with like whatever you want. We do it at the restaurant with ground pork, ground beef, and ground veal, and each of those has their own characteristic, their own flavor, their own tenderness. You know what I mean? They all have their own little thing they bring to the party.
You know, I never eat veal, but am I really gonna? It's not gonna be overpowering.
You're not gonna know the difference. Basically, what the veal is there is to make the sauce, the whole thing tender, because veal is really it doesn't have a lot of chewiness to it like ground beef. So beef is in there for the flavor of the beef. The pork's in there for the fat, and the veal is in there for the softer quality, so your sauce isn't tough.
Everything has a job in this.
Yeah, of course,
right
absolutely.
Okay.
And you can do this with like all turkey if you don't want to go turkey. I mean, I've made it at home with just turkey too, and turkey bacon and ground turkey.
I can stir that if you want.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And so what we're gonna do after your pancetta, your prosciutto is browned, you add your mix of meats, whatever you choose, and then you have just some vegetables that you can put in the food processor. There's carrots, celery, onion, garlic, just some things to give it some aromatic flavor.
So on the health scale, is this pretty healthy, what we're making?
It is, in the sense that if you wanted to make it healthier, and like I said, just do like turkey, and it could be like turkey bacon and ground turkey, and then your pasta would be your basic like starch. That would be the most.
What did you have in here?
That's the carrot, celery, onion, and garlic. That's the vegetables that you just put in the food processor and just
I wish you guys could
blend
smell
it down.
all these flavors.
So you can make it as healthy as you want, or you could just go like all pork if you wanted to and make it like really flavorful and amazing. So it really is kind of what you're feeling like. Like I said, I've made it at home with just turkey, and it turns out just as good. So I'm going to just turn that up a little bit. So in theory, that's cooked down. The vegetables have gotten a little bit of color on them, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start adding the liquid to that to kind of create the sauce, so it's not just like
right now it's a little chunky.
Yeah, it looks like loose meatloaf, but we want it to be like a sauce. So this is a little bit of crushed tomato. Okay.
Basil?
These are just like some stewed tomatoes that you can get like in the can, which is fine as long as you're buying like a good quality canned tomato. If you have herbs in it, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine too, because we're going to put some other things in it that's going to make it really flavorful. Okay. This is a little bit of stock. Chicken, beef, vegetable, doesn't really matter. You just need it for the liquid, just to loosen it up. So how long would
it totally take to make the sauce? Like, are we talking 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour?
Yeah, no, this is like a 30-minute sauce at home for a smaller batch. We make huge batches at the restaurant because we sell a ton of it, but and that takes in the upwards of a couple hours for everything to cook down. Okay. But this you could like put in a pot on your stove once you get it started, and it can kind of cook down real slow, and you can go do whatever you want and just let it go.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
For timing's sake, we still have to add more to the
sauce. There's a little bit of red wine that goes in, just a little bit. This is a little bit of clove and nutmeg.
Ooh, that's different.
Yep, and this has rosemary, sage, parsley stems, thyme, bay leaf. So this has a lot of herbs in it, and the reason you put it in this little bag is so that you can pull it out later. So that goes in.
Okay,
and then,
I am so excited because I have never had any type of I don't want to say spaghetti sauce because it's not, but with nutmeg, with everything you just put in, rosemary, I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Yeah, well, traditionally it's like a hunter's sauce, so you think of like woodsy flavors, and this is a really great sauce for fall that you can use. So, and then this is just a little bit of whole milk, and this is where some people like go crazy and they put too much in, or they put heavy cream or something like that.
Okay, Jared, I tell you what, for timing purposes, we're going to stop right here. We're going to let this do its thing. and then we're going to come back in just a little bit, and we'll show everyone how we finished it.
Yeah, you'll see the finished
and then we'll
product.
get to the oh my gosh, it's going to be a great show today. Lots of food. So stick around with more and the heirloom tomato salad.